Hello and welcome. My name is Manish Katiyar, Assistant Professor, Access College, Kanpur. So, on our last time we were discussing about working capital concepts, in which we have already discussed what is the current assets, current liabilities, what is working capital, that is the difference between the current assets and current liabilities. Now, from very basic unit to unit number third, we have understood three basic concepts. Number one, working capital. Number two, cash. Basically, those goods or those services which can be easily converted into cash. We have studied in the unit number one. In unit number two and unit number three, we are discussing about receivables and factor affecting the size of receivables, policies for managing account receivable. Basically, what is receivable? Here receivable simply means debtors. The credit sales or credit services provided by an organization to the outsider are represented in the form of debtors. So, we are discussing about the debtors and their collection policies, discounting policies, and how this receivable is to be managed. So, basic theme of this lecture is the size of receivable and managing the receivable. Okay. So, now moving from here, factors affecting size of receivables. Firstly, we have to understand what is receivable. Receivable means those amount which are blocked with debtors. Receivable means those amount which are blocked with debtors. Okay. अब रिसीवेबल्स कैसे जनरेट होते हैं, कैसे क्रिएट होते हैं, उस कॉन्सेप्ट को यहाँ पे इस लेक्चर को मैं कवर करते हैं. फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द साइज ऑफ रिसीवेबल्स. ऐसे कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स हैं विच अफेक्ट द साइज ऑफ रिसीवेबल्स. नंबर वन, लेवल ऑफ सेल्स. इफ सेल्स इज लो, our obviously I am talking about the credit sales. If sales is low, then our receivables are low. If sales are high, receivables may be high. So, level of sales, this is the most important factor in determining size of account receivables. Generally, in the same industry, a firm having a large volume of sales will have a large level of receivable. Variables, large volumes of sales will be having larger level of receivable as compared to the smaller volume of sales. So, the core concept of this is, if your organization is large, your sales are large within the industry, if you are industry leader, so it is quite obvious that the volume of, if the volume of sales increases, the volume of receivables will also be increased. Sales level can also be used for forecasting changes in account receivables. Forecasting. How this forecasting is made? The forecasting is made through the previous year data. यहाँ पे हम लोग प्रीवियस ईयर का डेटा देखेंगे, लास्ट ईयर का एक्सपीरियंस देखेंगे कि प्रीवियस ईयर्स में हमारे पास कितना बैड डेब्ट्स हुआ है. फर्स्टली यहाँ पे हमको लास्ट प्रीवियस ईयर या लास्ट बैलेंस शीट से कंपेयर करेंगे कि एक्चुअल बैड डेब्ट्स हमारे पास कितना था. बैड डेब्ट्स इज द अमाउंट विच could not be collected in the previous year from the debtors. So, we created that amount or in the we transferred that amount in the bad debts head. So, level of sales, always consider if your sales level is high, your receivables will also be high, and if your receivables are high, so chances of bad debts may also be nice. A businessman is doing business to earn profit. As a finance manager, the core responsibility of the finance manager is to create wealth from the business. If my fund, my amount, my means company's amount is parked with or blocked with the data, so how you will survive? You will require additional funds, and for this you have to borrow these funds, and if you borrow these funds, in that situation you have to pay the higher interest, and in a competitive environment, if you are paying higher interest, your profit margin will be low. So, basic object of the financial management could not be fulfilled if higher amount is blocked with debtors. Next, credit policies. Credit policies, credit policy means कि how much credit is allowed to a debtor. Suppose if we made a credit sales of rupees 1 lakhs and allowed a period of 15 days to a debtor, that means my 1 lakh amount is blocked for 15 days. So, this is overall credit policy. Which policy is company focusing? We will study this topic. The term credit policy refer to those decision variables that influence the amount of trade credit. Amount of trade credit. Trade credit क्या है? What is trade credit? Trade credit means the amount generally allowed to debtors. Suppose if we sold goods on credit, it is our policy to collect the amount from debtors within a week. This is 1 week time period is trade credited, and trade credit is offered generally to all customers. That is the investment in receivables. These variables including the quantity of trade account to be accepted, the length of the credit period. Length of the credit period means time allowed. Length means यहाँ पे लेंथ को अंडरस्टैंड करना है, टाइम हम कितना टाइम अपने डेटर्स को अलाउ कर रहे हैं. द क्रेडिट टू बी ऑफर्ड depending upon particular circumstances of the firm and the customers. A firm's credit policy, as a matter of fact, determines the amount of risk the firm is willing to undertake. I already highlighted the main line that determines the amount of risk the firm is willing to undertake. Amount of risk the firm is willing to undertake. फर्म कितना रिस्क ले सकती है. लेवल ऑफ सेल्स में लास्ट प्रीवियस स्लाइड्स में हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया. इफ क्रेडिट सेल्स इज हाई, अमाउंट ऑफ रिसीवेबल्स विल आल्सो बी हाई विद इन आवर इंडस्ट्री. बट while discussing about the credit policies, if our credit policy is to allow trade credit, that means how much amount or how much risk we can assume. It is in its sales activities. If a firm has a lenient, means liberal or a relatively liberal credit policy, it will experience a higher level of receivable as compared to a firm with a more rigid or stringent credit policy. In a practical situation, whether we will allow others to take advantage from my money. क्या आप ऐसा करेंगे? Never. We will never allow anyone else to take advantage from my resources. My resources means company's resources. Though credit to sell goods on credit is a industry standard or standard industry term, but if higher amount of credit sales means higher amount of risk, and higher amount of risk of what? Risk of bad debts. Terms of trade. Third point is terms of trade. Terms of trade. The size of receivable is also affected by terms of trade or credit terms offered by the firm. The two important component of the credit terms are credit period and cash discount. Credit period and cash discount. Credit period means the time allowed to debtor to make payment. How much time is given to debtors to make payment? That is credit period. Cash discount, first of all, before discussing this unit in the last lecture, I have already told you, please clear your concept related to cash discount and trade discount, which is you have already studies that topic in unit semester 1. Now, what is cash discount? Cash discount is offered to the specific customer. Why cash discount is offered? Cash discount is offered to speed of the payment. Suppose there is a credit sales of rupees 10,000 is a minimum amount, and we offered our debtor, sir, please make payment within 7 days. If you make the payment within 7 days, we will offer you 5% cash discount. This amount of 5% on a rupees of 10,000 seems to be very less. 10,000 multiplied by 5 upon 100 means 500 rupees. But if the volume of sales increases, suppose the volume of sales is 10 lakhs or volume of sales is 1 crore, then amount of discount 5% will be in case of 10 crore, in case of 10 lakhs, the amount will be 50,000. If volume of sales increase, the amount of trade discount will also be increased. So, availing that discount, customer or debtor may pay within a time or before the time. So, terms of trade means कि हाउ वी ट्रेड इन द इंडस्ट्री, हम किस तरीके से बिजनेस करते हैं, कितना अलाउ करते हैं. द साइज ऑफ रिसीवेबल इज ऑल्सो अफेक्टेड बाय द टर्म्स ऑफ ट्रेड, दैट इज credit terms offered by the firm. The two important components of the credit terms are credit period and cash discount. Credit period, I will discuss it in detail. What is net days, how this is quoted. Credit period. The term credit period refers to the time duration for which credit is extended. Time duration for which credit is extended to the customers. It is generally expressed in terms of net days. How it is expressed? We will discuss it later on. Cash discount. Most firms offer cash discount to their customer for encouraging them to pay their dues. Encouraging them to pay their dues before the expiry of the credit period. The term of the cash discount indicate the rate of discount as well as the period for which the discount has been offered. Okay. Now, policies for managing account receivables means debtors means policies. What are the policies to manage the account receivable? Number one, credit policy. Now, please focus on this credit policy. From here onwards, we will move gradually from numerical problems also. A balanced credit policy. A balanced credit policy should be determined for effective management of receivable. Decision of credit standards, credit terms and collection efforts is included in the credit policy should be determined. Credit standards, decision of credit standards, credit terms and collection efforts is included in credit policy. Please focus on the words. If in a descriptive type of question paper, if you use these specific word, you will be uh, in a situation to score higher marks in comparison to those students who has used general language. So, decision of credit standards, credit terms and collection efforts is included in credit policy. It involves trade-off between the profit on additional sales that arise due to credit being extended. Suppose previously we were offering credit period of 10 days. Now we are now the management of the company have decided to increase the credit terms from 10 days to 15 days. If we extend this credit period, whether the customer will buy more products, whether the difference of 12 to 15%, the difference is from 12 to 15% difference is 3%. If we extend the time period from 12 days to 15 days, then is 3 days additional days we are allowing, whether it will impact company sales. अगर हम अपना क्रेडिट पीरियड इंक्रीज करते हैं तो क्या हमारी सेल्स इंक्रीज होगी, इस चीज़ को भी यहाँ पे डिस्कस किया गया है. Arise due to credit period being extended on the one hand and the cost of carrying those debtor and bad debt losses on the other. This seeks to decide credit period, cash discount and other relevant matters. The credit period is generally stated in terms of net days. In our previous slide we have mentioned net days. यहाँ पे मैंने आपको नेट डेज के बारे में बताया था कि हम इसको आगे डिस्कस करेंगे, तो वही चीज़ को यहाँ डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. नेट डेज सॉरी द सीक द डिसाइड क्रेडिट पे बिटवीन द क्रेडिट पीरियड इज जनरली स्टेटेड इन टर्म्स ऑफ net days. For example, if the firm's credit are net 50, it is expected that customer will repay credit obligation not later than 50 days. If हम net days are 30, suppose if net days are 30, then customer will pay within 30 days. In portfolio analysis, when we evaluate the balance sheet or compare the balance sheet, normally we see that the debt collection period कि डेटर से कितने दिनों में अमाउंट रिसीव हो रहा है. If debt collection period is 70 days, it is not beneficial. If that debt collection period is reduced to from 70 to 50 days, it is beneficial. ठीक. तो policies for managing account receivable, first is credit policy, second one continuation में चलते हैं. Further, the cash discount policy of the firm specifies the rate of cash discount, the cash discount period and net credit period. Again and again we are repeating the net credit period, and here I have specifically mentioned, and in a detailed numerical problem you will find this language. What is the language? Example, the credit terms may be expressed as 3/15 net 60. What does it mean? 3 net 15/60. This means a 3% discount will be offered to pay if the customer pays within 15 days, otherwise you may pay If you don't want to avail that 3% discount, you may pay within 60 days. It is explained. Please focus on this. This is one of the most important aspect for your numerical problems. While discussing your while solving your numerical problem, you will find this word in some of your advanced problems. The credit terms may be expressed 3/15 net 60 means company is offering 3% cash discount if you pay within 15 days. If you don't want to pay within 15 days, you may pay within 60 days. In that case, company will not offer you any discount. In discount case, I have already discussed, if company is offering discount, suppose there is 3% cash discount. The 3% amount seems to be very less, but on volume of sales, when you calculate this 3%, if volume of sales increases, the amount of discount will also increase. Okay. Next, control of receivables. I am talking about the debtors, receivables, controls on receivables. This requires finance manager to follow up debtors and decide about a suitable credit collection policy. Follow up, constantly follow up करेंगे, क्योंकि business सेल्स कर रहे हैं. सेल्स दो तरह की हो रही, कैश एंड क्रेडिट सेल्स. इफ क्रेडिट सेल्स आर रियलाइज विद इन टाइम, so that we can reuse or effectively reuse the cash in our business. In working capital, we have already discussed about the current assets and current liability, and for working capital purpose, current assets are most valuable item: cash, investments, debtors, cash at banks. So many current assets we have already discussed, and stock also. So, here we are considering debtors, means the amount which is blocked with debtors. Okay. The company requires additional funds as a resource as blocked in. I am continuously using the word blocked, which involves a cost in the form of interest and loan fund and opportunity cost. Form of interest and opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? If that amount is realized within time, we could have used that amount effectively in business growth. Opportunity cost. Administrative cost, which include reporting, keeping, investigation, credit worthiness, etc. Collection cost and defaulting cost. Credit analysis. This requires the finance manager to determine to how risky is to advance. किसी को एडवांस दे दिया, अब आएगा वापस करने की नहीं आएगा, एडवांस सेल्स किया, whether it will he will return or not depend upon the situations. In the if you take the example of current scenario, pandemic situation, if you have made credit sales in the past, debtors will obviously say, sir बिक्री नहीं हुई, माल का पेमेंट कहाँ से करें. So, this requires a finance manager to determine as to how risky is to advance credit to particular party. This involves due diligence, a reputation check of the customer with respect to their credit worthiness. कैसे किया जाता है? Normally credit rating पे focus करते हैं, but these focus are, ये focus हम लोग बड़ी कंपनियों के बारे में कर सकते हैं. Factors under the control of finance manager. The finance manager has operating responsibility for the management of the investment in receivables. His involvement includes supervising the administration of credit, contribute to top management decision relating to the credit policies, deciding the criteria and speed up the conversion of receivable into cash. Aggressive collection policy follow कर सकते हैं. In summary, the finance manager has to strike a balance between the cost of increased investment in receivable and profit from the higher level of sales. Next, Monitoring of receivables. Constant monitoring of the current status of receivable is very essential, very essential. What is constant monitoring? डेटर्स का बैलेंस बढ़ रहा है कि घट रहा है. We have to compare it on weekly basis, fortnightly basis or a monthly basis. My amount of debtors should not be increased. It should be, there should be a balance between the amount of debtor and actually amount realized. To make sure that its receivable management is effective as it should be. Various steps that constitute constant monitoring are computation of average age of receivables. मैंने आपको बताया जब हम लोग पोर्टफोलियो पढ़ेंगे आगे नेक्स्ट उसमें तो हम लोग बैलेंस शीट में स्टडी करेंगे तो डेटर्स का कितना कलेक्शन पीरियड है इसके ऊपर फोकस करेंगे. एवरेज कलेक्शन पीरियड. Even the user of the financial statement considered this picture average collection period. Okay. Now, aging schedule are analyzed according to their age. How much time is taken by debtor to make clear their dues. The process is known as the preparing the aging schedule of receivables. The computation of average age of receivable is quick and effective method of comparing the liquidity of receivables with the liquidity of receivable in the past and also comparing liquidity of one firm with the liquidity of the other competitive firm. This comparison can be made periodically. The purpose of classifying receivable by the age of group is to have a closer control over the quality of individual accounts. It requires going back to the receivable ledger where the dates of each customer purchase and payments are available. So, these are the collection policies, collection methods which we have discussed in this unit. So, thank you for being with me. Thank you very much.